folks, how's everybody doing today on a Saturday evening? Uh, hey folks, how's everybody doing on a Saturday evening? My dog keeps trying to run into the kitchen and I'm trying to train him to stay outside the kitchen. And he's staying right there on the borderline. Anyway folks, today we're going to have some Cuban sandwiches. For those who don't never heard of a Cuban sandwich, I'm using some nice French bread. You can use Italian bread, you can Cuban bread. But I'm using a French bread. Look at the size of this. It's like a ukulele. Ding, ding, ding. Anyway, it consists of roast pork, ham, Swiss cheese, pickle, and mustard. That's it. Nothing. I know. I seen a documentary show on TV where in Miami they were using like salami, but I've never heard of that. But anyway, and it's toasted. It's put on a press and it's toasted. So first of all, you have to make the roast pork, right? Hey, hello. So I'm making roast pork. I put it in there. It's been cooking for about, let me see. I put it at 3:30, 4:30, 5:30, 6:30. Yeah. So it's been cooking for about 3 hours. It's not that big. I'm going to cook it up for about another hour, give or take, just so the skin gets nice and toast and crispy. And then I'm going to slice it up and I'm going to put it into the bread. I got salami. I got ham. I got Swiss cheese and pickles and mustard. I don't use mustard, but and we're gonna have a side dish of plantain chips, and I have some plantain chips here. Well, I have some plantains. I'm gonna make them seasoned to chips. They're not that big, so they're gonna give me a little bit of problem, but I'll make the best of things. I'm gonna peel these green plantains. I'm gonna slice them up and make them into like these long strips, and I'm gonna fry them, and I have some garlic sauce with them and the whole thing, and it's gonna be nice. So anyway, let me go check on this roast pork and raise the temperature up all the way up so that I can get the skin crispy, and then we can start working on our plantains. Okay, so give me a second after this commercial break. So folks, I got this contraction that it grates and does a bunch of stuff, but I've never used it for. You don't only use it to make these plantain chips, but you can use it for all kind of like to make tomatoes, to make all kinds of stuff. It's one of these graters, and I actually have two of them. One is brand new in the box. This one I keep using it, and when it falls apart, I'll have another spare one. But I like to use this one, and I keep using this. It's been around for a while. So, just give me a second and I'll show you how it's done. Okay, so it's got a sharp blade. You got to be careful with the blade. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just show you what I'm doing here. Get some paper towels, clean this knife up. Okay, and I'm going to cut the plantain, the tips. Okay, and these are green plantains. Okay. Green plantains, platanos. Okay, and I'm going to peel this. I'm going to cut it. Make sure you don't cut into the meat too much. You might cut a little bit, but then I take a knife, which is a very dull knife. This thing's like a butter knife. You can use a butter knife and just peel these things. Okay, peel them. There you go. Look at that. My hand hurts a little bit because I'm still recuperating from my hand, so it's hurting me a little bit. But okay, I don't have too much strength on my left hand due to the surgery that I had. Okay, so I start to peel them back, and it peels right back. You see how it is. Okay. Now, like I said, these things are small. These plantains. So it's gonna be a little bit challenging. You have to make. Okay, so there it goes. There goes the skin. And there goes the plantain. Okay. Okay, so now it's curved like a banana. So I'm gonna start cutting this side. Let me bring that camera in a bit. Okay. So I'm just gonna start cutting like this. Not putting too much pressure so I don't snap this in half. And if it snaps in half, you can you can continue cutting it, you know, it'll just be smaller. But I'm trying to get these longer strips. Okay, like so. You might want to turn it around just to give it, and just make the best you can of these. Make them into strips. Okay. And it's a little bit challenging, but it takes work. Okay, folks. So let me show you how these things look. You see how thin they look? Look at these. So they're plantain strips, just like you find these in the stores in the bags. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this into a bowl with some salt water, so to sort of brine them, and then we're going to fry them up, and we're going to create a garlic sauce that I'll show you how it's done, and then we're going to get going soon with these sandwiches. So folks, look at my plantains. Look at that, nice and the strips. Look at that. And I'm going to put some water in there, some salt water, to brine them for about maybe 10, 15 minutes. And then we're going to start frying these. And by then, the roast pork should be done. So folks, right now I'm peeling fresh garlic. Because you got to have fresh garlic for this. Okay. So I got two heads of garlic. I'm going to run this through a blender, or a little small food processor like. Okay, and we're gonna, this is giving me a little bit trouble peeling it. We're gonna peel some of this garlic, and then we're gonna run it through the machine. I want you to stay tuned and watch that. So folks, I'm peeling my garlic. Okay, here we go. Get rid of this stuff here. Okay, so I like to cut the ends off. And once you cut the ends off, put it up like that. There you go, and it starts to come apart. The skin comes right off, or usually does, right? There you go. The skin comes right off, and there you go. There you go. You got a head of garlic. Okay, so I'm going to continue doing this. Let's see. I do this a couple more. And then we are going to shred these down, mice them down in the machine, and we're going to make our garlic sauce for the plantain chips. Okay, so and we're almost done. We got about maybe I don't know, maybe about a half hour to go. So folks, there goes my roast pork. I just took it out of the oven. The skin starting to get. You hear that skin starting to get cooked? I'm going to let it continue cooking because this thing is going to continue, cooking inside. And then, so I'm going to let this sit here for a little while I fry up my plantains. And I'm heating up my oil now. I'm going to start frying up my plantain chips. And then we're going to cut this up, put it into sandwiches and press them, and then go to the table. So folks, let me, I'm taking the skin off now. Ooh, it's hot. Crunchy. Let's see how we doing this. Okay, it's giving me a little bit of trouble here. I want to break it. I'm trying to get under it. There you go. Get a piece of it. Okay, so I guess it's gonna come out in pieces. We got one piece there. Oh, this is nice and crunchy. Oh man, this is hot. And the roast pork is hot, steaming hot still. So it's cooked for a couple hours. So. Okay, there we go. We got that piece off. Okay, so we're getting the skin off. It's coming off here. Okay. There we go. Oh, a piece of skin came off. Okay, look at that. Okay. Oof. Okay, so we got some of the... Okay. Continue letting that cool off. So folks, my plantain chips are almost all done. This is the last batch. Don't overcook them because if not, they'll get too crispy and they'll lose the texture, even though there's not too much texture to begin with. And you can eat these cold, warm. You can let these cool off. I'm keeping them on top of the stove to get a little bit warm, but you can eat them cold, And we have a garlic sauce that I created, and you're going to see that at the table. And then the roast pork, I've cut it up in pieces. And I'm going to start putting the sandwiches together. Okay, so these things are fried up already. Okay, and I got them soaking in there in Actually, dripping it in a paper towel for the excessive oil. Okay, and we're done almost here. Turn this off. Okay, it's hot as hell in here. So, folks, we are ready to put the roast pork sandwiches together. I got a big one for a large, the large one for get rid of. I got a medium size. It's like when you go to the store, you got a medium, small, medium, and large. Anyway, let me. So once again, I have to warm these up. You gotta. Okay, let me see if I can find the plug. There we go. So I'm gonna put these on a press. Okay, so I want you guys to watch me put these sandwiches together. There's not a lot of room at all in this kitchen, but I perform miracles. So what I'm gonna do first, let's see, what way are we gonna do first? We're gonna lay it first with some cheese. Okay? I got some nice Swiss cheese here. There we go. There we go. We're gonna put another piece of Swiss cheese here. We're gonna fold the edges in so it doesn't melt out. Okay. I don't want anything spilling on my grill. Let's break this piece off. There we go. There we go. Okay, so we got that so far. Now we're gonna lay it with some ham. Some nice, important ham. Okay, we're gonna lay it down. We're not gonna dredge it. We're gonna lay it down. For this, we're gonna lay it down. Okay. There we go. We're gonna lay it down like this, and we're gonna put another piece of ham. Because this is a big sandwich. So we're going to put another piece of ham there. Okay. Look at that. Okay, so now let's get some pieces of roast pork, some nice pieces, and lay it down. Okay. Look at that. Oh, that's a nice piece right there. That's a nice another piece right there. And let's see. Let's get some smaller pieces for the ends. There we go. There we go. We're going to get some nice... This is a nice piece right there. Look at that. Oh, man. So, okay. Now, we are going to... Knock, knock. Okay. Now, where's the pickles? Okay, we got the pickles here. Now, we're going to put the pickles on top. Okay. And, where's the fork I was using? Let's get another fork. Okay. We're going to lay it with pickles on top. Look at that. Oh. Okay. And we're going to lay another pickle. Isn't that nice? Doesn't that look good? Okay. It's going to look real good when I warm it up. I'm telling you. This sandwich for me. So let me get this one out of the way. Let's concentrate on this big one. And then we're going to put the mustard. Okay. So traditionally, Cuban sandwiches are with mustard. Okay. We're going to put excessive amount of mustard because Cuban likes mustard. We're going to put mustard from point to point. There we go. There we go. I think that's enough mustard. And then we are going to bring this over to the press. Okay. So I like to spray this with some butter. Okay. Spray butter. And this is just going to help it make nice crunchiness on the bread. Not too much. And we're going to take this to the press. And we're going to start pressing this. And we're going to make the other sandwich. Oh, just the size of the press too. Oh, you hear that? You hear that? That's the other. So let's put on together the other sandwich. So folks, this is the other side of the kitchen, which you don't get to see too much. There's no room whatsoever in here, but I perform miracles. So I got these sandwiches in the press. You can hear the sizzling. I'm gonna press them nice and pressed, and then we're gonna go to the table. We got our plantain chips, and we have our sandwiches. And just like I said, by 8 o'clock we'll be eating, and I predicted it, and it is true. It's by 8 o'clock we're gonna be eating. So, give or take, maybe 8:05. But the sandwiches are in the press. Nice.
They're moving in, these people.
What is that?
They're bringing them bed and everything.
They're moving in?
Can they get the freaking elevator? They gotta bring it. They had the elevator.
They want to it. The Chinese? What the fuck is that about?
That's that Chinese lady that had the white guy before?
Yeah, that's their kids, I think. That's their kids, I think. They come out and come visit.
They bought new furniture. I mean, why they got new off?
They go visit there. That's like their grandkids. I think she's married to a white guy.
That's weird. Keep going back and forth. Something's up. Either someone's moving in or something. Bringing a bed frame down.
He probably bought them new furniture. So they won't be moving in. I mean,
Probably renting a U-Haul to take all their furniture.
the old man's helping them. Yo, the coffin.
He's stopping now?
Yeah,
What
yeah.
the fuck? Look at that shit. What the hell?
There's somebody on the other side. There's a lady.
The guy that lives there, but they call for him. He knows them from next door. Right, that's next door. That's
No, that's them.
That's good.
I think that's his. I think that's his daughter, and she's married to a white dude. And they have 2 grandkids. That's why I saw the time in the holidays, the suitcase, and they kept slamming the door.
Oh, so it was down. Okay.
Yeah, that's his daughter. I think that's their daughter, and he's married to a white dude.
He went to the white guy. Okay.
Yeah, the coffin's out there. Who's watching the truck?
They need to wait for the elevator. Don't go up the stairs. This shit.
They were planning in that fucking apartment next door.
They did that.
Yeah, I don't know who the fuck's going on there.
I mean, someone's coming by the end of the year. Someone's coming.
That's gonna take a while. They gotta. They're just cleaning it now. They gotta put new tiles. They gotta put. Well, they took the cabinets off. They gotta put the cabinets. They gotta put the floor in the bathroom.
This is a Chinese family. No Spanish, no black. So you're screwed. There's gonna be a lot of arguments. That shit. They're gonna come in ghetto blazing.
Oh, motherfucker! This time of night, a little piece of shit is kissing. Why do people wait till the fucking nighttime to be moving?
Because they don't want to be bothered right now. They want to do it mysteriously, or no one to find it though. There's more light. The jar is open, so be careful.
Oh. Oh, yeah.
Cuban sandwiches. Homemade garlic sauce. Oh yes. Those Guido.
You ain't gonna get this. I don't know. You can't eat this. So, look at these sandwiches. Look at this. So roast Cuban sandwiches with roast pork, Swiss cheese, ham, pickles. I don't like pickles. I don't want pickles, but Cuban has pickles and the mustard, right? So I want you to hear the crunchiness. The skin is the best part. You take it and you crunch it. Folks, there you got it. Cuban sandwiches. It's a lot of work involved. You have to cook the roast pork. But it's worth it. And once in a while, it's good. This is something you don't eat every day. We eat this every other month or so, maybe.
No doubt.
Guido is dying to eat a Cuban sandwich, but he's not going to get any out of my sandwich. I'm going to feed him afterwards. He might go out because it looks like it dried up outside. But I don't know. He's been going, the weather's bad. So anyway, folks, there you got it. Cuban sandwiches on a Saturday night. Hope you guys are doing well. If you're going out tonight, after midnight, it's going to start raining, pouring. There's a nor'easter storm. I know people are panicking. I went to the supermarket. Everybody bought eggs, bread, and milk. I don't know. I guess they got to make French toast. I don't know what the hell's the big deal nowadays. You can buy food anywhere. If you were in the suburbs somewhere, like in my house in Pennsylvania, you have to travel. But in the city, you just go to the local bodega and you find something. And people, I don't know who started this, but people go to the stores and they take all the bread, the milk, and the eggs. Are you gonna honestly make French toast? Because you're not grabbing like other stuff. You're grabbing like I don't know. That's just me. Anyway, folks, be careful if you go out. Like I said, it might rain after when you come out of a club. Don't drink and drive. Don't smoke and drive, and don't snort and drive. You know all that good stuff. You know how to behave, right? And if you're taking the train home, which is the best thing, be careful. The world's a crazy place to live. Love you guys. Enjoy your Saturday evening. See you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to have chicken wings. We're going to have chicken. We're going to have chicken wings. We're going to have some chicken stew. And if you never see me doing that, or if you enjoy my videos, come and see me tomorrow. Have a great night.